Hello everybody. How's it going? Okay, we'll catch up on all this shit. Just so you know, we'll catch up on all this shit and then we'll talk about the direction going forward in the new year. So, anyway, hello. Yes, we made it home safe. It was an adventure from beginning to end. I mean, it was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the outcome could have been a little bit better, but all things considered, it was a good trip. I mean, all things considered, I can't complain. So, I mean, Viking took really good care of us. So, I'll do other videos about that, but needless to say, wow. Is all I can say about this trip. Okay. All right, so I'm turning off the music. And let's get this party started. Hey. Hello, everybody. So, I will say this. I made a really good friend on my trip. And I'm so glad I met her. So, okay. So let's get started on the absolute shit show. And I want to let you guys know up front, I am going to be taking a break from the shit show this year. Okay? We'll discuss paparazzi stuff once a month, and that's all they're going to get. Once a month. So, starting in February, one time a month, we're going to do paparazzi stuff. The rest of the time, we're going to have more thought-provoking discussions on things to help us stay sane through the next 4 years. And by that, I want to talk about things that we can educate ourselves on, things that we can do to make our lives a little bit easier and more palatable, and the like. So, what's changed in my household? My nephew is now living with us while he goes to school. So, Mason is now living with us. And, what? Did I make a mess? And, I'm just going to put more focus on bills and other things. So let's get started because I know you guys have been itching for something like this. So let's go through and see. Let's pick up where I left off. So we left off on January 5th. On January 6th, I got on a plane and I went across the Atlantic, and I went and saw London. Dun 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 dun. So anyway, so we saw them release Valentine's stuff. Yay. Okay. And then we have rhinestone stuff. And then we have X's and O's. Doom. X's and O's. And more stupid hearts and Temu fabulousness. And more stupid hearts in blue. Ooh. And then pearly things with copper. Oh, ah. And then, let's see. We've got rhinestone shit. Leaves and black plastic pearls. Yay. And then we've got hearts and gold and all this other stuff. And of course, more merch because they need you to buy the merch. And then we've got LOVE. So if you lose the VE or the LO, it's kind of pointless. And then we've got what looks like a rose with a lot of thorns. And then butterflies in a drop hoop. Yay! Hi, Monique! And then we've got, are those supposed to be cufflinks or earrings? I can't tell. If they're clip-on. Oh, they're clip-on earrings. Okay. And then more bows. And let's get started with some sneak peeks with Misty. And of course, now she's doing her copyright strike music. So guess what? We're going to keep the music on the DL. Oh, so while I was traveling, a coworker of mine was telling me that the phone system was down all day yesterday. and that they were pretty much bored all day. So they got a lot of notes closed and a bunch of side projects done. So that's good. But at the same time, wow. So fashion felonies with Misty. That's what it should be called. Fashion felonies with Misty.
Hey paparazzi, it's Wednesday and we're gonna do sneak peeks. I know you've seen some things on social media already that are headed your way, but I want to show you some things in person. And
okay, so I'm gonna turn up the volume just a touch so we can hear her a little bit better.
I am so excited. There are some darling items that will be available.
Just like thoughts. The shoulder pad look, the 1980s called. They want their shoulder pads back. That's my first thought. And then, of course, we've got the barrel jeans going on and a bunch of other crazy stuff. So there's that. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? So I'm doing the no buy thing right now too. So that's something we're actually going to talk about, how to be less of a consumer in the coming years, especially since they just signed a bill, or Donald Trump just did the executive order on tariffs on Canada and Mexico of 25% and then 10% on China. So, tariffs, they're coming, you guys. It's so interesting how I left the United States, one country, and I come back to a completely different country. It's like I left when it was good. I came back and it's like completely a different place. And here's the other funny thing. When I left the country, I wasn't selected for additional screening. Now I am. I had a quad S on my boarding pass. So every checkpoint, I was, screened for gunshot residue and gunpowder residue and, bomb residue. I mean, there was so much stuff I was checked on. I mean, it was crazy.
At new release time today. Let's get started with my outfit. I am wearing black all the way underneath as a base. So I am wearing a bodysuit tucked in, and then I have on barrel jeans. I have a vest on top.
Okay, if she's wearing a bodysuit, it should be tucked in because one, it's a bodysuit. If you guys don't know, bodysuits hook down by your hoo-haws. Okay, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Hi, Sam and Ryan. How you doing today? But it's a whole thing. You button it down below. So if it's not tucked in, it's going to be over her barrel jeans. So that look would be a little weird, maybe futuristic, but weird.
Now I think about it, like it would be weird to wear a bodysuit not tucked in, but I do have a bodysuit.
Gee, she took the words right out of my mouth.
Tucked in, long sleeved, and then I have this vest. It is black and brown leather together, and then obviously I have got
the other thing is, here we go, okay?
Is it leather or is it pleather? Or is it real fur? Is it real sheepskin? Is it all fake? It's probably fake. I'm just gonna say it's probably cheap and fake. There's that.
fur, right, which is really, really fun. Because I'm wearing all black and I wanted to pop
really,
that
really
a little
fun.
bit, I am wearing brown Doc Martens, which I think is kind of fun. When you're mixing neutrals, sometimes there are even times when you can wear like an all black dress and have brown shoes if you do it the right way. If you have just a hint somewhere else, you can tie it in. And so I wanted to tie in the brown. Now, because I have a dominant silver zipper on the vest, and
this is what we call the right way.
It is right through the center of my body, right? Especially because it's sitting right on black. I think you see that metal.
Two rights don't make a wrong. Two rights do make a wrong. Like that whole outfit is wrong.
So obviously I need to use this as a base and stylize my accessories according to this metal. So I am wearing silver. I love this necklace. It is moons hanging down, and I love that it's a bit textured. I also feel like it's sunsetty. So obviously with the outfit, that works. I have on high sheen silver ring and bracelets, and then I'm going to show you the earrings. All of these things are currently available, but I love these earrings. I think they're
Why?
very simple, but they are one of my favorite earrings this season.
Why is that? Because they're in the shape of a U? Or because they have little silver discs on them? Because they catch the light just so? I mean, what makes these earrings so great? I mean, I'm just asking for a friend.
And you see those just discs at the bottom.
Stephanie,
They're
I'm with
connected
you
to that
there.
chain, and I love the texture here. So lightweight. Like you can't even tell they're in, but obviously we've got a lot
we can
of
tell.
volume or length
We can
here.
tell
So
they're in.
that's really fun. Now I'm going to show you this necklace. Now this is actually a set. I'll show you the necklace up close. You can see right here, we've got the red chain, but look at that. It is actually over gold. Now one of my favorite.
So we painted gold with red, and it has hints of gold coming through the red paint. And when the red paint all flickers off or flakes off, and if it flakes off, that's bad because it could possibly be lead-based paint. Yeah. No. Just no.
Favorite things about this is actually gold on the edge. So think of this as a gold base, and then it's basically like we put.
There is a minimum requirement. Let me put my voice back
to normal. So they don't claim that there's a minimum requirement, but there is. You have to purchase like a set number of accessories each year to maintain your active status. So you have to buy, I believe, don't ask me, correct me if I'm wrong, everybody who was a paparazzi consultant, because I believe you have to buy a minimum of 50 pieces a year. 50. Okay. And to stay active as a consultant for your upline to receive pay, you have to buy 25 pieces a month to be considered active, I believe. So this person needs like 10, or you need to buy between 10 and 15 pieces a month to stay active. But if you want to be a star consultant, it's 25 pieces or 50 PV each month to be a star consultant. Okay. So yeah, you have to have a purchase of 10 or 15 pieces each month to maintain active status, but to get star consultant, it's 25 pieces or 50 PV.
Put it into red paint and then pulled it out, right? Because of that, all of the edges are going to maintain their original gold color, which is how you get it to look almost like reflective. It is stunning. You've seen it in another color. Here are the matching earrings, which this is obviously a gold post and then comes down to that red and gold chain. But this looks.
If she says it has an oriental look to it, I'm gonna. But if she says that,
like $1 million on. It is so classy, so fun, and it's different. I love when you have items that feel a bit unique. When you touch this chain, it's quite slinky, so it's going to be like almost a satin finish, which I think adds to how pretty it looks. Now, this is a really fun style. This is actually a stretch, okay? You're going to see that the beads go together, but the front is actually just a big, thick chain, and then this is my favorite part. It's going to be a little bit hard to see in the camera, but these are actually, you see how it's yellow? Here it looks a bit gold, but it's actually yellow and silver together. I do believe there are ways that you could probably pull this in.
So we pissed on the beads to make them a yellow sheen, and then what's with the two in that one spacer?
As a mixed metal with the gold, but it definitely pulls very, very yellow. So this is a yellow bracelet, going to be categorized as yellow. I love it. I love when we have a stretch connected to a chain.
As yellow.
I think it's super fun and comfortable. Now this is a really fun one. These are 4 black gems placed together to make a big square.
Okay. You're thinking of joining for $20, which is the pass. Up until convention in Vegas, my hubby and I want to go just to enjoy the zoo. You mean the paparazzi zoo of a convention? That would be an interesting take. But if you're going to go to convention, you can go just to enjoy the zoo. But if you want to get into like the general sessions and all that stuff, you would actually have to buy a ticket. And honestly, it's not worth it. I mean, you can buy a ticket and then pay your own way to Vegas for cheaper than what convention. I mean, you could get yourself a hotel and uh, an airline package to Las Vegas and stay at the other end of the strip. I mean, there's that. But I honestly would not want to go to convention and deal with those people. It's not worth it to me. So that's just my thought process on it. So, yeah.
If you look right there, you can see the shape. See how in the light you can see that shape flat on top and then the face sides, but I love that it comes
looks
down
like
to
a tic-tac-toe board
those edges.
in
I
mini
think that it really
form.
plays to the oversized square as far as the exterior shape, but to have those inside is really, really fun. And I feel like it's got
It's
a bit
gaudy
of an
and
attitude.
awful.
It's a bit of a snotty
It's
ring,
gawful.
so to speak. This is a really fun one. You're going
Hi,
to see the
Tina.
resin
I'm
rose
home.
right here at the top.
I'm home.
It is in brown, and then we go to this darling heart.
jet
I love
lagged.
that little leaf
And after this
that
live,
comes
I'll
out. I feel
probably
like
sleep.
it gives it just a bit of refinement. And then obviously the texture on the heart is really, really fun. I think anytime we get roses, we get hearts, we get bows, you're going to get part of that romantic trend. But I do love to see them when they come out in neutrals.
Oh, yes.
Now
I'm
this
sure
one's
you do.
gorgeous. I
It's a
love
Tetris
this
cube.
one. You can
Yes!
see that this is old gold.
That ring, cats, you win. It's a Tetris cube. Ding, 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 ding.
So old gold is going to be a darker tone, and it's instead of like our regular gold where you see it
Gamers
very
come up with
shiny.
gamer things.
This you're going to see a lot of the detail, which I think is gorgeous. See
By the
how
way, cats, I
within
love the new
those wings,
security
it
guard
almost
feature
accentuates that
in
open
Supermarket
space.
Simulator.
But look at the gems in between. Obviously, this is a multicolored.
It's obviously multicolored with gold, and the gold will probably discolor, and yeah. And I will have to second the convention is not worth it. In fact, after this, I'll tell you what
Right.
I'm
You
thinking.
can see the peaches and the greens and all those colors, purples hanging down. I love them. I love that they're haphazardly placed and on angles because I feel like as it's a Y necklace, right? So it's going to have open space. I feel like as it starts to cascade through the center of the body, because the angles are going different ways.
Oh, I left it on
really
because I
is
love hearing them
flattering
get
down the
smacked.
center of the
Ow!
wrist. Now this is a fun one. This is actually a coil or infinity bracelet, okay?
So, Cats and I are just having a simple conversation. I turned on the security doors and I got 2 security cameras. And then I got 2 security guards to beat people up with a baseball bat in my store, Supermarket Simulator.
But it's a bit more
does look
dainty,
like a
meaning
Timu
it doesn't
necklace,
have
doesn't
a
it?
ton of wraps, and you'll see why, because look at those pink pearls, right? They are oversized, not huge, but definitely big, which I love, and then you get a
They're
lot
not huge,
of that silver.
but big.
Look at the texture on
So they're big, but they're not big. Good morning, May May.
that silver bar. So, so pretty.
I know
Almost
you guys.
sparkles.
Oh, they are
But
so,
it's
so
actually
pretty
just
in this
like the way
coily
that
bracelet.
the little tiny cuts and lines go together on the bar itself. So this is a beautiful one. Obviously could be paired with so many things. And I feel like the pink pearls are darling and just amazing to wear for the upcoming Valentine season.
Oh,
You don't
sure.
have to have hearts, and you don't have to have specifically mixing red and pink to be part of that thematic trend. So this is also a ring that
This
does
is also
tend to
a
be
ring
more
that I'm going to scream at
Valentine's,
you to pay
and it
attention
is
to.
also
It's a
in the
heart
Valentine's
with a
category.
arrow
You're going to
through
see
it
this heart
and
coming through the center.
iridescent
Now
crystally
this
rhinestones
is a
underneath
pink,
it.
but it is very dark. Okay, so here it's going to look a teeny bit more purple, but it is a dark, dark pink.
It looks
and then you
garnet
see the arrow
colored.
coming through, which I think is really fun. And then look at the outside. You're going to have those
Isn't the
rhinestones
outside
with
just
the overlay.
fabulous?
So cute. And I love this when it's placed.
It's
The circle is
absolutely
half connected,
fabulous.
right? Like intentionally.
cute.
And I think
So
it's
fun.
just really
So,
fun.
so
Like the
cute.
love is
So fun.
just finishing its connection, right? It's a lifelong journey, that love. All right, now these items will be headed your way. They will be available today.
They
at
can't
release time,
cancel
which is
you
1
for a whole
p.m.
year.
Mountain Standard Time. Get your
Okay,
fingers
just
ready.
saying.
Customers of Paparazzi, we hope you find something that you love and cherish today. Have an incredible day. Most importantly, I hope you know you're loved.
Yay. Okay. So, okay.
Okay. So if you join Sam and Ryan, join under somebody who you can have access to, like somebody who is a known rule breaker. Okay? So known rule breakers. Erica Cole, Emily Brinson, she's a known rule breaker. Monica Cox, don't join under her because she's just a known racist and bigot, in my humble opinion, because I watched her last live because someone told me to, and I did, and I was appalled and disgusted. So I wouldn't be giving money to her in any way, shape, or form. I mean, by giving money to her, she's giving money to paparazzi, and I know paparazzi's known for being racist and misogynistic as well. I mean, just listen to Trent Kirby. All right, so here's some more hearts and stuff. More Y necklaces and stuff. Ooh, feathers with cowboy hats. So cute and so fun. And then, yay, and rah, and yay, roses. Big ass roses with rhinestones on them. So exciting. And then we've got yay, basics. Yay, doesn't that look cheap? I mean, let's look at it bigger. I mean, let's zoom in, shall we? Ooh. Look at this. Isn't it so cute? Look how they're held into place. It looks so cheap. Yeah, I would say just go to Vegas without the MLM, but, you know, there are some people that want to be curious. I don't support joining an MLM. I say don't do it because here's the thing. He's in the bathroom. Here's the thing, you guys. If you join an MLM, they see you as fresh blood, fresh meat, someone that they can get their talon claws into it and just drag you in further. And if you have the willpower, you could. I was confused Mandarin Furby Kirby as I was confused Mandarin Furby Kirby as my sponsor. Ugh. I just say do so at your own. If you join a paparazzi just so you can get a convention ticket, just so you can go and watch how few crowds there are. I mean, who knows? This may be the last paparazzi convention. They may be going affiliate marketing soon. Who the hell knows? I mean, you know, I'm leaving that for my other anti-MLMers to keep their eyes on. Okay, I will do make fun of the content. And here we go again with all the beautiful stuff. I mean, we've actually got closed captionings on, but I'm turning them off. So, hello, Melissa. Yes, you guys. So if you don't know, David and I were on a cruise with Viking. We were on the Viking Villa, and we did the pre-extension. We spent a couple days in London before we got on the cruise ship, and then we got on the cruise ship and headed over to Amsterdam. We were in Amsterdam for a whole 6 hours. Yay! 6 whole hours. I know, but I love Amsterdam. Okay, here we go.
Have something amazing to head into the weekend. We have darling items headed your way.
And how dare she wear a sweatshirt with tulips on it?
Oh, you're seeing the sneak peeks on our socials.
What day was this?
Make sure that you're following us on all of our social media platforms.
No, don't follow them on all their social media platform. But yeah, she's wearing a tulip sweatshirt while I was heading into Amsterdam. Gee, how apropos.
Platform. So we are on TikTok, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on X. Make sure that you're following us because you never know what you.
So they're on Facebook, racist platform. Instagram, another Zuckerberg platform. They are on X, the Elon Musk platform. But yet they're not on Blue Sky. Darn. And they're not on, YouTube as much. Darn. So should we have a drink every time she says darling? I don't know. I mean, it's so much fun. I've never been in an MLM, so I'm just curious about the convention. I don't want to support these companies. Let them tank. Yeah, that's the thing. I want to let them tank. I don't want to give them false hope by joining. Okay, I'm doing everything I can do to actively avoid purchasing products from MLM. And here's the other thing. I do not want to join an MLM. And here's the other thing, uh, Mystical Madness. If you join Paparazzi and you buy just one piece a month, you have to pay $8 to get it shipped to you. It's ridiculous. Okay, it's absolutely insane to pay $8 for a crap piece of jewelry, and it's $2.75 plus the full value of tax on it, and then you have to pay $7.99 to have it shipped to you. That's ridiculous. And they do that on purpose because they want to make it worth your while to have crap shipped to you. No, your $20 won't keep them afloat, and it also won't, give an upline anything, but it's not worth paying for one piece of jewelry a month with $8.99 shipping. Okay? Or $7.99 in shipping. $8, okay? It's not worth it to buy one piece of jewelry and pay $8 in shipping. No, it's just stupid, in my opinion. And that's my opinion. It's just stupid to do it. Yeah, everything adds up. And the way prices are going, I'm curious to see if the prices are going to go up. If they haven't announced that yet, I'd be shocked.
You might see in those locations. Now, we're going to quickly start with my outfit. I am wearing a comfy outfit today.
She's wearing the same stupid pants, which tells me that she just went and changed her shoes and her shirt and her jewelry to make this sneak peeks with Misty.
Obviously, I've got a bright floral over the top. It is a bit of a doodle texture, meaning it kind of looks like it has been sketched, which I love. The black is actually flocked. I love any time that there is texture. I think it gives it very vibrant color. Then I have on like black jeans that are overwashed, so they've got a bit of a...
They're the same jeans you were wearing in your last sneak peeks.
And then I have on just simple sambas. One of the things I love about this is...
Yes, tell us the brand name of your shoes. I'm wearing simple sambas. Sambas, you guys. They're so simple, and they're so cute, and they're so fun.
This profile of shoe, so whether it's in a New Balance or a Nike or a Gazelle or a Samba, that style or shape.
Name brand, name brand, name brand, name brand. Guess what? We shouldn't care. And nobody should care. Yeah, I know. I mean, tariffs are coming, you guys.
Of shoe is very trendy, and it's trendy going into the spring. So if you're looking for something that's just comfortable, but you're like, oh, what's something that is going to be on trend? This profile or shape of shoe is very trendy. Now I'm just wearing simple accessories, okay? So I've got an amazing bracelet. I love the dainty black gems on that. See how it's just like a dainty detail? And then I'm wearing a vintage ring and earring, but then you can see that my necklace, I flippin' love this necklace. It's got the dainty butterfly and then those tiny chains, and obviously it's got that black gem, that little black rhinestone, which I think pulls in the grunge of the outfit. All right, enough about that. Let's get started with the sneak peeks that are headed your way. This is a gorgeous necklace. So you're gonna see that this actually has an overlay of paint. That's what gives it the color, right? You've got the blue flowers, those beautiful green leaves, and then right there in the center, you've got those lavender rhinestones. But one of my favorite things about this is just, it's quite a bit of a transparent paint. So you're gonna see the texture of the petals in it. And then when you look at it, it's a metallic paint. So it almost has like a pearlized finish to it. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the unique shape of the flowers. When we start to get into the spring, and as we go through the winter months, you're seeing it change
if it has
from
a metallic
totally
pearlized
flowers.
paint.
We're also adding some in with a bit more of an edge. You can even see it on my sweatshirt, right? Where the leaves come to a point and some of the flowers come to a point. So all the flowers will be cool, but
all flowers are cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to raise their prices, but you gotta remember, Paparazzi buys all their jewelry a year in advance and in bulk, which is why they have that big-ass warehouse. They've said it in past videos.
That's a fun way that you're gonna see it even start to transition, right? We follow those trends very, very closely.
No, No. Just no. I know they follow trends very, very closely, but here's the thing. Let's get away from trends, okay? Hello, shoppers. Following trends is stupid and it's a waste of your money. If you want to set out to save money this year, stick with the classics. Don't follow trends. That's my financial advice for this live today. Don't follow the trends. Stick with the classics. Classics never go out of style, but trends do. Don't get caught up in trends. Just like I got caught up in trends when I was in paparazzi. Remember the mermaid bracelets with the sequins? That was a trend, and that trend quickly died. It's like cryptocurrency. All of a sudden, you're stuck with all these stupid mermaid bracelets, okay? No, consultants do not get a discount on convention tickets. You pay the same price as anybody else, okay? So,
Sam and Ryan, the only people that got a discount on their convention ticket this year is if they went to convention last year. Otherwise, you're paying full price. It's stupid. It's a waste of money, okay? I'm just saying, you could do so much better stuff in Vegas than go to a paparazzi convention, okay? If you wanted to go to Vegas and spend money, there's better ways to do it. And the only way you get a perk in paparazzi, the only perk you get is first time paparazzi convention. You get to go to that first timer paparazzi convention party at Hakkasan. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And you get to hobnob with all the non-first timers, which is your paparazzi elite. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Who gives a flying fuck?
Now this is a gorgeous earring. This is actually a clip-on, okay? So I'm going to show you the back. We've got the comfort back.
Okay,
so
it's got a comfort back
right
and the camera won't
presses
focus.
Against your ear and helps it not pinch.
And it's
then right here on the
laced
front, we've got that
dot
beautiful
motif.
pink, light pink or beige.
So we got that beautiful plastic pink pearl bead with rhinestones around with a dot motif to make it look like it's a more lacy effect. And we've got the danglies. Ooh, ooh, ah. So cute, so fun.
Baby pink pearl, and then obviously those suspended pearls at the bottom, those teardrop,
Oh, they're suspended. They're not danglies.
and I love that they're 3D.
They're the
completely
dingleberries
round.
of
But look at the
paparazzi,
detail
okay?
around that heart. Is that not so pretty? And even that lid.
Is that not so pretty? No, it's not so pretty. Just to answer your question, Misty, isn't that not so pretty? No, it's not. It's Jake. It's chastic. It's ugly. And it's too much.
It's a bit of sparkle, right? Those white rhinestones.
In
so
my
if you
humble
are a
opinion,
clip-on lover, I'm telling you, paparazzi
in my humble
has
opinion, it's
the
too
most
much,
amazing
Misty Kirby.
variety
I
of
hope you hear me.
clip-ons in the entire world. It's so
They are
they're so
going for a
beautiful. We've got
Victorian
all
style
different
with the
kinds.
lace heart thing.
We've got more of a button earring style. We've got hoop clip-ons. We have chandelier style. We've got novelty shapes. We've got very classic. So if you are in the market for clip-ons, we are your people. Now this is a really fun.
If you're not in the market for clip-ons, guess what? They're still your people. I'm sorry. If you're in the market for clip-ons, they are your people. I'm sorry, but I don't know a lot of people who are in market for clip-on earrings, and I personally don't like clip-on earrings. I think they hurt. I mean, even paparazzi earrings. I took a few pairs, and they turned my earlobes black, and they made my earlobes red and sore. So I'll stick with my basic stainless steel stuff. I mean, just there. Woohoo! Free food with Taylor Kirby. I personally, I don't worship any of the paparazzi elite. I don't know about you guys, but I do not want to worship anybody who is a celebrity in their own mind. I don't even worship myself, and none of you should be thinking of me as a celebrity, because guess what? I'm not. I'm just a human being who makes mistakes, and sometimes those mistakes are propping the wrong people up and helping them grow their platform, only for them to turn around and stab me in the back consistently. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, who cares? Because honestly, I don't care. Okay? I'm not going to name names, but you know who you are. And most of my audience knows who you are. And you should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed. But I've learned something about the current political climate, and I'm just going to say this. They are not ashamed of themselves. I don't think they know how to be ashamed, and I don't believe they believe in the word shame.
One earring you're going to
They're
see right here.
hypocrites too. Oh, look.
Basic silver.
They're back.
High sheen through the center. Then it comes
With
down,
a slight
obviously, to
variation.
points. I love
We've
that it
seen
rays
these
out
earrings
like that.
before.
And then you've got the hematite
I'm going to
sparkle right
top
there, right? You can see it
over
right
Misty
there.
Kirby because,
I
yeah.
love that, and then I love that it's suspended.
She
It is
loves-
a smaller profile,
she
so
loves
it's not
everything
super
about
long,
them.
But obviously,
But again,
because
like
it's
my husband
suspended,
says,
you
she's
can
never going to
still
say
look, right?
that she hates
This
something.
is a fun one. This
Really?
is a baby pink bracelet. It is a stack, so we've got 3 layers.
It's a stack!
Love it. So when we turn it, I'm just going to turn this top one. You're also going to
Foggy, glassy, plastic beads. Oh, so. Yeah, you can't shame the shameless is right, Miss Melissa. Just like you couldn't shame the shameless, that was other former paparazzi consultants.
see like
Who
check
will
that
also
out. Isn't
stay
that nice?
unnamed.
So pretty. And we've
But
got
you
those
know
fun
who I'm talking
beads.
about, Melissa,
The
I'm
second one,
sure.
It's that shape all the way around. And
Her
the third
name's
one
not
is the shape
Sherry.
all the way around, so you can actually change how you stack them. That's one of my favorite things about stack bracelets is you can kind of change the look based on the placement of the bracelets. Now, I love that you're going to see that these beads have a bit of a transparency to them. Like they're not completely transparent, right? They've got some opacity to it, almost an opalescent.
Opacity.
And then on this middle one, you're going to
Yes.
see different textures, almost like smoke has
I'm
been
so
encapsulated
tired. Am I going to
inside
be
some of
able to
those
stay
beads. Look at
awake
the
to go get the
beautiful
dogs? I
overlay.
hope so,
So
because
fun.
I miss
So
my
that's a really great
puppies.
one.
I miss Annie.
Now,
I
this
miss
is
Ellie.
a gorgeous earring.
I miss my
You can
gentle
see this come
giants.
down. This is lapis stone, so it's a natural stone. It's going to be suspended
Ooh, it's
inside that
blue
sphere,
poop in
which
a
I love, and I
circle on a
love the
stick.
elongated bark.
Wow.
This is actually super lightweight, but look how long those are. So you're going to get a lot of dimension, a lot of length to it.
No,
but
it's
because
honest.
a skinnier
I
bark,
appreciate
then
Katz's
it's very hard.
honesty. I
Actually
personally
not heavy at all. But
second
look
that
at stone.
sentiment.
I love natural stone, but particularly I feel like lapis is so beautiful.
I was in
Super,
another
super.
country, and I'm grateful.
Now this is a fun necklace. This is going to
I'm
be mixed
grateful
metals.
that
Not
I
only
didn't
is it
have to
mixed metals,
participate
we've taken the
in
mixed metal
that
idea and
inauguration.
we've actually extended it into the gems.
I will say this. I was really pissed off that some people called it a coronation. He is not a fucking king, okay? He just isn't. He is a man who was elected, and who knows if it was by accurate means or not. I mean, we have a certain Shilon calling himself out, saying that he kind of twerked the computer systems. So who the hell knows
So you're going to see the champagne
if he
gems,
actually
you're
won
gonna
or
see
not?
The hematite gem, you're going to actually
Nor
see
do
the
I
smoky
care.
gray gem all the way
I'm
down.
strapping in for a...
Is that not so beautiful? So you've got
It's
the
not
silver and
beautiful.
gold.
It's
And it
gold and
changes
silver
down
crap
as it
with
cascades
hematite
down.
and yellow
And then obviously,
stones.
see, here's
It's
the
ugly.
champagne gem. If this were placed inside
Good. I
gold,
didn't
we
watch
call
it either.
tone
I
on
couldn't
tone,
bring
meaning
myself to
the
it.
gem matches the metal itself.
I've heard
and
about it, that he
staggered
didn't
all
put
the
his
way
hand
through.
on the Bible.
So pretty.
So
And
how
this
is
the
it
smoky
actually
one
being
on top of
sworn
that.
in?
This actually
I mean, okay, just gonna say this. If they got their panties all in a twist, okay, I'm just gonna say this. They got their panties all in a twist when Barack Obama, who I love and respect and admire, swore himself in on the Quran, which is considered a religious book, and there is no religious test, okay, but you should swear in on something besides your thigh, okay? I'm just gonna say that. And here's his wife this supposed first lady standing there holding a Bible, and he didn't even bother to put his hand up on it. Okay. So, he didn't even bother. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not. No. No. I'm just not going to watch it. I hate you leaving paparazzi out. This is the only channel devoted to their shittiness. I'm going to do it once a month, Kathy. That's it. That's all they deserve anymore, because they support things that I don't want to give them any props, but I've done enough content on paparazzi that there's enough out there. There's over 831 videos dedicated to just paparazzi alone. Okay? There's enough out there for paparazzi. I definitely want to put focus on people saving money where they can, and I also want to put more focus on saving our environment. Okay? I just do. Because with the climate change that is happening out there, with the Los Angeles floods or fires, which will soon turn into mudslides if they get any sort of rain, okay, we need to put more focus on our climate. And if you haven't watched the documentary by now, okay, it's on Netflix, I highly recommend you go watch it. It's great. Okay, it's a great documentary. The other documentary that is great is Food Inc. Parts 1 and Food Inc. Part 2. Okay? Did you see her outfit? She looked like the Hamburglar. Really? She did? Maybe it was a protection thing. Oh my gosh, Scorpio Queen. You did not have to give me a super chat in that amount. Okay. Damn. I did not expect that, and I never do, but thank you. I'm going to definitely give this a heart. Let me get into my chat box here real quick. Hold on. I got to put it up, and I've got to do a heart and lots of heartsies there, and like and reply with a massive OMG, thank you, because that's what it deserves. OMG, that was amazing, and thank you. And I so appreciate it, okay? I really, really do. But I have a job, and, I appreciate that. I will give it to somebody in need, because that's usually what I do with my YouTube stuff, is it goes to charities in my local area, because we have a major homeless crisis, and I donate to food shelters all the time. So we'll finish this sneak peeks with crappy, so let's keep going.
Specifically we call black diamond, but doesn't make sense for anyone outside the design world, because again,
Scorpio,
it's gonna be that transparent gray.
I was bored, honestly, on my trip, and I'll tell you guys why in just a second.
So many ways to wear it.
Let's speed this up.
And if you're in the market for a great gold bracelet to wear with it, well, this would be a good one. This is a coil. I love that the beads are going to stagger in size, so you're going to see how this middle starts to get a little bit smaller, then it goes bigger.
Look, it's a coil with gold.
So when you put this on, you're going to see right there. Is that not amazing? Oh my goodness. I freaking love my job. And last but not least, we showed you a lot of Valentines, right? By showed you, I mean, they've been available. Some cute things still available. There's a darling cherub necklace. It's charming. It's got cute heart charms, and there's a little cherub on the side. I need you to go look at it because the cherub is so cute. But this is one of Valentine's items headed your way today, so make sure you check that out. You've got these beautiful hearts. I love that the top is white rhinestones.
It's too much.
Gorgeous pink.
It's much
right
too much.
Suspended within this heart. You've also got another big heart gem and at the bottom. I think those are absolutely beautiful, right? So fun.
I have some other thoughts on that too. We'll talk about that.
We just tend to gravitate to those things this time of year. So again, these items will be headed your way at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for new releases. I hope you have an incredible day, and most importantly, I hope you know you're loved.
Yeah, we're loved. Okay, so I'm done with this. So let's talk about the trip. So here we go. So here I am at the Seattle-Tacoma Airport, getting ready to leave. We're at Terminal S. David got clam chowder, and I got a braised beef, short rib, grilled cheese sandwich with a salad. It was delicious. So that was our first thing. Here we are on our flight over the Atlantic on Virgin Atlantic, if you couldn't tell. And here's my favorite thing that I discovered on Virgin Atlantic. They had my favorite band as one of their music selections, and I was thrilled. Okay, so I was so happy that they had that. Okay, so next thing. We got up early in the morning and we went and saw Big Ben and Parliament. Okay, so there's the bells of Big Ben, y'all. So there's that one. And then here's like a bunch of statues outside Westminster Abbey. There's my handsome husband. There's the Big Ben and London Eye, which was down for repairs. That was so sad. And then there's Westminster Abbey. You know, here's my thoughts. You know how they have the all the weddings and stuff on TV and stuff? It looks so much bigger on TV. I'm just going to say that. It looks so much bigger on TV. It was so small. So we went to the Borough Market, which I wish that our country would do something a little bit more like this. Okay. And what I mean by that is take spaces that are not used very much and turn them into marketplaces like this. So David and I went to the Borough Market and we had the wild mushroom risotto. It was made with spelt. The flight was 11 hours. I was exhausted when we got to London. I'm not going to lie, because it was a red-eye flight and I was already tired and I didn't sleep on the plane. So when we got to London, I had already been awake for almost 24 hours at that point. So when we got to our hotel, which we were at the Conrad on James, which was a beautiful hotel, by the way. The hotel, we got checked in early. The room was amazing. So the room had like a little bar with a coffee, an espresso maker, which was nice. And the bathroom was like a beautiful stand shower with a rainfall shower head and then a hand wand. And then we've got the separate WC, the separate water closet. And then we had a soaker tub. It was so nice. So nice. Okay. And then it was marble floors, and you guys, it was gorgeous. So we got into our hotel room. Good morning. I'm live streaming. I unplugged your computer. Do you need it? Okay. I'm going to hand Maymay his computer. Give me a second, you guys. I think it's all unplugged. I think. Here's Maymay. Yes, it is. It's on the other side. Let me get it, Maymay. So, do you hear that handsome voice? That is my nephew, you guys. He's got a handsome voice, too. And he is going to school to do animation, computer art stuff. And he is very artistically talented, too. But he has been ever since he started playing, like, Minecraft when he was a kid. So, I'll be done in a little bit, you kiddo, too. So then you can have the computer back. All right. So we went to the Burroughs Market. It's a very popular market. You can watch YouTube videos about this place, but yes, David and I went to the Burroughs Market, and we had, let me get to the right one. So yeah, we had the bakery creme brulee donut. I thought I posted pictures of it, but probably not. So let me get into my Facebook page real quick, because I'm done with paparazzi for right now. Let's talk about the trip. And I'll do more in-depth videos of it, you guys, just so you know. But we'll talk about it. So we had really good mushroom risotto with spelt. We had freshly pressed juices. We had the famous donuts. We had the creme brulee donut. And I will say this, I was not impressed with the creme brulee donut. I was like, meh, it's fine. It's just great. So there's that. And then let me get to the pictures on my posts. Okay, so let me get to my other post. So it was great. We were in London for a couple days. Then we went over to Amsterdam and we got to do a canal cruise, which was wonderful. And then we were in Amsterdam for about 6 hours. And then we headed over to, we left and we were heading north for 2 days. We were heading to Narvik, Austria, or Norway. Narvik, Norway. And we were there. Okay, I found the post. Here we go. So here's the market that we went to. So we walked the next day along, London. So here's the mushroom risotto that we had made with spelt. David was enjoying that. And then as we were walking to the Rose Market, we walked by the Globe Theater, the replica of the Globe Theater, and the OXO building. And then I saw this mural and I thought it was pretty, so I took a picture of it. And this is the Borough Market before they even opened. So they were just getting the vendors set up. So it's really cool, this whole market. It smells like fish in some places. Okay, they have oyster bars and it's covered and they have like lots of cool like lighting. But this is turnips and those are the fresh pressed juices. They were good. They were really good. I got a blood orange juice and David got like a lemonade or an apple juice. I can't remember what he got, but it was good and it was fresh pressed. So that was in London. Here are some more pictures from London. Again, there's the bells. Yeah, it was 8 o'clock in the morning. There's Winston Churchill's statue too, by the way. It was quite lovely. And then they had a statue of Abraham Lincoln in the square, which I thought was interesting. I don't know why, but I thought it was interesting. There's the River Thames. David had some better pictures than me. And then let's go to our dinner at the pub. So we got Yorkshire pudding. And I will say this, the brown gravy in London is good. And we went to this really cool place called the Sanctuary House, which is pretty world renowned. And what I loved about the Sanctuary House is the pub tender there. I said, I'm not a big beer drinker, but I want something that's sweet. So he brought me a flight of beer and let me pick the one I wanted. And the beer was really good, but they brought me a whole pint. And you guys know I'm not a big drinker. I drink about this much. I drank about a quarter of this pint of beer. And David had a cider and he drank the whole thing. So here's what they had on the menu. They had sticky Marmite potatoes. We did not have those. We had the Yorkshire pudding. And then they had a chestnut mushroom pie, crispy beef brisket with cheddar nuggets. We skipped that. So let's go to the next picture. And here's the bartender right here, the pub tender. and he took really good care of us. Okay. And then they had figgy pie, and I had fish and chips, which was huge. And then the next day we went by the new London Bridge, but did you guys know that the old London Bridge is in Arizona somewhere? I learned that. I thought that was interesting. And then there's like old wartimey stuff. There's the London Bridge from the bus that was taking us to the Viking. There's what's left of a wall, a moat. So there's a lot of history there. Okay, so here is our room on the ship, and it is room 3052 on the Viking Villa. There's the nice big bathroom and stand-up shower. There's the cruise ship terminal. And there's our room before we messed up the bed. Okay. And that room was our home. And there's Cafe Nero at the OXO Tower. I had a chai latte that was amazing, and David had a flat white, but it was pretty cool to just sit in this coffee place and enjoy. So, yeah, I had no idea that the old London Tower Bridge thing was in Arizona until I was in London. So, there's that. There I am enjoying my Cafe Nero chai latte. It was good. So there's that. And then here we are on the Viking Villa, and here is the Brunhød. So these are the traditional Norwegian costumes. And there's the ship atrium. There's our coffee maker on the ship. Again, Nespresso is huge over there. So there's that. Okay, so on David's birthday, the ship brought us a bottle of champagne, which I brought home so I could make risotto with it. And they brought us this chocolate ganache cake with fresh berries and pistachio and chocolate on it with a crumbly bottom. It was good. It was really good. And then here is the tower in Amsterdam, the North Church, Noordkerk. Okay, Nieuwekerk. And there's the old Chinese restaurant that is, in Amsterdam, based off of Chinese restaurants in Amsterdam. Here's Westerkerk, and there's the Waag right there. There's the Waag in Der Waag. The cake was so good. Oh my gosh. We got 2 of them because we had our anniversary on the ship and we had David's birthday on the ship. So we got 2 bottles of champagne. We drank one with the table that we were sitting at, and then we had, and the anniversary cake was the raspberry ganache cake with vanilla bean. It was so good. So delicious. And then we went on the canal cruise and saw a lot of different canals that we hadn't been down before. So it was pretty cool. But it was fast. And there's St. Stephen's Church in Amsterdam. Or St. Nick's. St. Nick's. Okay, so here's the fun part about this whole trip, you guys. We hit a really bad storm. A really terrible storm. The storm was so bad. Here's video of it. Okay. And you can see how much we were moving back and forth. When you listen to the end, you'll hear how much was crashing in our room. Yeah, we were watching the movie. It's over a minute. There's more stuff falling down. So we hit like a hurricane level storm while we were on the ship, you guys. 100 mile per hour winds up to 130 mile per hour winds with 70-foot waves, like large gale waves. And the ship lost its steering and propulsion. Okay, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to look up the news. Viking Vela storm. So our cruise ship was docked due to propulsion systems, and Cruise Hive's ship tracker shows just how bad it was, but we were stuck, in Osland for 5 days and 4 nights. Okay? 5 days and 4 nights we were stuck. And it was bad. So if you type in Vela, V-E-L-A, in the cruise thing, let me find the news. I posted a lot on Reddit while we were there. But it looked like we were a drunk sailor at sea. Okay? So, someone posted, but here's where we were going into the storm. And then we were all over like a drunk sailor. We were all over the map for quite a while. Now, here's the thing. I took my Dramamine, so I was fine during the entire choppy, weather. It didn't affect me. In fact, I'm really grateful that the captain on the ship told us to stay in our rooms, because if you guys remember or not, back in 2019, the Viking Star was doing the same cruise and they got stuck in a bad storm and people were injured and they had to get people off the ship via helicopter. Thankfully, we did not have to deal with that. They had the Coast Guard on alert and they were able to make it through the storm. We just had to ride out the storm like we were drunk sailors. And then we went into the city of Osland, Norway. And we were in this area of Norway for, again, 5 days and 4 nights. And it was a beautiful city. I mean, here's some pictures of where we were stuck. That's apparently a troll statue. But there's another troll. And the newspaper boy. And David and I, on our first day in this town, we hiked up this mountain, went over 480 stairs up to get to this lookout point. It was a hike. And they've turned all of their telephone booths into libraries, like free libraries where people can leave a book, people can take a book. And they're all over Norway, which I thought was cool. There's our ship as we were hiking up. There's all the trolls. And there's all the gnomes. And in memory of the 320 Norwegians who lost their lives at land or sea during the escape route across the North Sea to Allied harbors during the German occupation, and 3,300 Norwegians who arrived safely at port and fought Allied friends in the battle that gave the Norway people their freedom. Okay? And this is one of the statues. And there I am in my other Zulu glasses. And this is not an actual lighthouse. It's an extension of part of the hotel. It's the bridal suite. And they have it set up as a bridal suite where you can go and stay in this lighthouse. And then they bring breakfast out to you every morning. So I thought that was pretty. And that's the hotel that has the lighthouse as a bridal suite. It was pretty cool. And there we are on the ship. And those are all the stairs I hiked up, you guys. It was quite a hike. Okay. Here's some damage the ship had during the storm. This is usually standing up and it's a bar. It's not a bar anymore. They had to take it off the ship. And here's one of the wind things that it got blown open and glass was everywhere. It's pretty scary for the crew. But we stayed in our room because that's the safest place you can stay when you are in a storm like that. So, what's something you can do when you're in a bad storm like that? Well, first thing you do is if you have any loose, like water carafes, put them in the garbage bin along with the glasses so they don't fall and break. Take all of the stuff in your bathroom and put it in the bathroom sink so they don't fall down and break. And that includes the trash bin. I booked my room midship on the lowest level that you could get. For this reason, I booked my room in that area because I knew we would probably hit bad sea. If you're up higher, it's it can get a lot worse. Now, I will say this, people on our ship, pardon me, did have injuries. Their beds toppled over. Things fell down. Things fell on top of them. The furniture fell. And their closets came off of their tracks and crashed into them. Yeah, that's why I don't go higher up than I need to. So, here's some more pictures of Osland, a pigeon. He wasn't afraid of us. Now, this made me laugh. Don't miss our homemade fish and chips. Probably the best in the world. Probably. There's truth in advertising. We're probably the best. We can't say. And no, they were not open, so I did not get to try them. But they had beautiful architecture throughout the city and lots of sculptures. So it was pretty cool. There's another damage to the ship. And then here's another building. And these little white decorations on the buildings are what hold the floors together. It's just the leftover holding the floors together. And you'll see it all over Europe. And here's one of the original trees left from one of the major fires in the area. And it just grows in the middle of the road. So, and then they're very well known for their swans. So they have lots of swans in gold. And I was going to buy a Norwegian sweater, but I wasn't about to spend $300 on a sweater. So, yeah. And we went so we could see the Northern Lights. And we saw them. Much to our shock, because a lot of people were saying they don't come that low. But they did. And it was a beautiful sight to see, was the Northern Lights. So I'm really grateful that we got to see them. And then we ended up in Bergen. And yeah, so we didn't get any of the stuff we wanted to see. We didn't get to see the ice hotel. We didn't get to go to Narvik. We didn't get to go to Torsmo. But we did get to see what we wanted to see, which was the Northern Lights. So Viking did right by us as passengers. When we first were not able to go on our original itinerary, they sent us a letter telling us that we would, they sent us this letter and they sent us a change in itinerary. Well, we were only supposed to be in Iceland 2 days, turned into 4. So Flom and Ediford Flom was missed. Ediford was on the 19th. Stavanger was on the 20th. And we didn't get our 2 days in Bergen. Now, I would have just said, skip these 2 stops and take us to Bergen. Because Bergen has a lot more museums, a lot more things to see. They have more to do instead of doing these other 2 stops. So I personally would have preferred to spend 2 extra days in Bergen. But because of this hiccup, they initially gave us the free, the beverage package for free. so silver spirits, so we could have more than just wine and beer. So trust me, I had cocktails while I was on the ship. And then they offered us, as an initial offer, 60% voucher to use towards a future cruise. Well, on the last day of the trip, we were told we were getting a 100% return of what we paid on the cruise fare in a voucher. That was a shock and a surprise. And I was very grateful that Viking did that. So David and I have already booked our next cruise for 2027. We are going to do the Far Eastern Horizons cruise. And we will be doing that with some friends that we met on board, Becky and John. They were honeymooning, not the best honeymoon, but they were grateful they got to see the Northern Lights too. And I got to spend so much time with Becky on the trip. It was like meeting another kindred spirit. So I was really grateful to meet Becky, and I still am in touch with her now to this day. I mean, we flew out on the same flight. They live in Tampa, Florida, and I'm looking forward to traveling with them again because they're so much like me and Dave. It's so nice to have another couple that we got to meet. So I'm going to do some more content about this when I have time, and I will put it up on my screen. But let me grab my notes real quick, and I'll tell you what we're going to discuss in the future. So give me a second. And if you guys have any questions, let me know now while I grab the notes. Okay, so this is what we are going to talk about. This is what the new shift in the channel is going to be. We're going to talk about meal planning and how to prep and cook future meals, how to meditate and improve your health through low impact, weight bearing impact exercises and yoga. No buying, only do. We're going to do no buy months. So 1 month no buy challenge. The only thing you're going to be buying during that, we'll talk about that. How to lower costs where you can. What's need, what's a want. Wasteful spending, wasteful packaging. We're going to talk about fast fashion and the economic impact it has. How to get through inflation and possible deflation. How not to be afraid during these times and how to fight for change, and what is your fighting style. Mine is going to most likely be fight the rage bait with silence. I'm not going to interact with the rage baiters. I'm going to do so by fighting through silence. Because with rage baiting people, okay, Monica or Monique, reach out to me through Messenger. I'll give you some tips. We'll talk about it through instant message, okay? What the rage baiters want, what they want is to get a rise out of you. If you don't allow them to get that rise out of you, they're going to stop trying. And they're going to move on to somebody who will interact with them in the way they want to. So if you don't allow them to hit you where they want to hit you, if you don't let them rage bait you, guess what? They're going to go away because you're not interacting with them the way they want you to. So it's no longer fun for them. Okay. Find your passions and use it to make money, or find your passion and use it to help others. Okay. Protecting, okay, Monique, did you read my list? Protecting your peace during this time. Staying out of the noise. Saving your money and preparing for the worst. Preparing for the worst, yet planning for the best. Okay? How healthcare is your first priority, and how can you improve on your health? Okay? you know, what's one thing that we may have happen if things get to the worst? How can we fight the 1%? The thing is if you have a 401k, you hold stock in the companies where the top 1% are at. So you've got to be ready to change things, okay? How are we going to start holding companies accountable? Well, I am going to tell you guys this. Monique, you've got my email. You and I can talk through email. At the end of this week, I am deleting Facebook. I am not giving Zuckerberg my information anymore. My Instagram is going to be archived. I will no longer be posting to Instagram or Facebook. You can find me on Reddit under X Paparazzi Hun, on YouTube, because that's where my information is going to be. That's where my social media is going to land, is on YouTube, on my blog, and Blue Sky. Okay. Facebook is not going to get my information anymore. Instagram, I'm going to move away from because that's one thing I'm going to be doing to protect my peace and to move away from rage baiters. Okay. It's just how I'm going to be. Okay. Let's see. I'm also going to put focus on how much we consume on a daily basis. Like everything. The plastic wrap that our food comes in. I'm going to think about how my money is spent. I'm going to go through my closets and I'm going to see if what I have spent my money on in the past was worth what I spent my money on. And yeah, I'm going to be doing a no buy month. The only thing I'm going to be purchasing is the food and toiletries and cleaning supplies that I need, but I am going to be using up what I have before I purchase anything going forward. So February is the shortest month of the year, and my challenge to you as my viewers, and I'll be making videos on this, is to do that no purchase month and to focus on cooking at home, using what you have, planning and preparing your meals, and saving your money. Okay. And what is our purchasing power, and why do they always demand that we use credit? Oh, if you sign up for this credit card, you don't need credit to purchase things. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. Okay. And yeah. And I'm going to show you guys how to do what I do, overnight oats. So you have like a quick and easy breakfast to grab on your way to work. How to do quinoa and couscous salads. So you have something that's easy. And how to make things that will last or stay stored. But the main thing we're going to do is focus on planning meals, and then when you cook something, how to turn it into a leftover different meal for the next day. So download your photos that you have on Facebook and put them in your Google Drive, or download them to USB keys or SD cards, and just get away from it all. I respect your decision too, but I've already seen it affect people like myself. Taking away insulin that's capped at $35 and putting it back to the overabsorbent price of $700 is costly to all diabetics and survivors of pancreatic cancer. 1. 2, tariffs are going to affect everybody. If you get your vegetables and produce from Mexico, which all of us do, then local growers, because the price of those items is going to go up, then local growers are going to raise their prices as well. it's going to affect us all across the board. If you think grocery prices are going to go down, you are clearly delusional if you believe that, because it's not going to happen. Prices are going to go up. So if you have not learned yet how to bake bread or grow your own vegetables, I highly recommend you get started on learning how to do that. All right. Okay, guys, we've been live for 1 hour and 21 minutes, so let's call it a day. Thank you, Mace, for taking out the trash. All right, you guys, I am going to go get my dogs pretty soon, and I've got some more vegetable prep that I need to do. So I'm going to go and chop my vegetables and cook my cauliflower and lentil stew. So you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Eggs are $7 a dozen because of the avian flu, because of the bird flu right now. And milk is now $5 a gallon. When I left, it was $3.60. Milk is now $5 a gallon because they are already starting to get rid of people in farm communities that keep milk production up. So yeah, things are not going to get cheaper, which is why right now I have my own batch of yogurt going in my Instapot. So I can save money on yogurt because that's one of my main things. And if you don't know how to make your own sour cream, learn. It'll keep your costs down there, and it's less preservatives in your body. Oh, sorry, kiddo. And it's okay. Dave comes on the camera all the time. You're fine if you do too. So, all right, you guys, I'll talk to you later. I got to give Mason back his computer area so he can get his homework done. All right, I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Take care. Have a great week. And my email is still there, so you can still bug me. And again, thank you so much for the super chats today. It is very much appreciated. And I'm still here. We're just going to find other things to talk about. So thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate you. Have a great day. All right. Bye, guys.